Prepare to set sail! Do you think Will and Elizabeth will be okay?
They'll weather it. They're made of sturdy stuff, those two.
Yeah, you should have seen him fight aboard the Dutchman.
I was attending to another matter.
Defense! Hear my call!
Enjoy the locker, mates!
Oh, say, Jack, you are the real Jack, aren't you?
Crabs? Did you hit your heads, mates?
Hey, Jack is Jack, and that's all that matters.
Precisely. What?
Defense!
Don't miss!
I call flames! I call winds!
We've got him now!
Here we go! Back off! Come on! So long!
You're looking smart today, lads.
I do feel extra piratey.
Hey, I'm the one with the captain's hat.
Hey, but I'm the only one without a strange accent.
How was your day?
It ends here.
Enjoy the locker, mate!
Alright, which way should I go? I might just go up to the next island. What the heck? Okay, so I'm trying to go to the next world. Cool. Okay, that's nice. So today, I just get my presentation, so it was a pretty light day. I did my elective, which was yoga and writing, and that was relaxing. Oh yeah, I guess the biggest thing was me arguing for these points. Alright, so the question was, so in the question, right, we take we do all the exams on these iPads, so they can show pictures and stuff, right? So for the question, he showed a picture with there was a tumor inside of like a uterus, right? It was a cross section of like some patient who had a tumor in a uterus, and the question was, what tissues are likely to be invaded by this tumor, right? So if you have a tumor in your uterus, where will the tumor invade? That was the question. And the answer choices were the bladder, the vagina, the ureters, or the ovaries. Right? So I'm looking at the question. So like of those four choices, right? The bladder, the ureter, and the vagina are like the closest ones to where the cancer was. So that was so the wrong answer. Sorry, the question was which one is least likely to be affected. So the one that was least likely to be affected were the ovaries, because the ovaries are furthest away from where the tumor was, right? But if you know like the way now I'm forgetting the name of the organ. Urethra, ovaries, I keep getting these three. You have ureters, you have a urethra, and you have ovaries, and you have I just blanked on the name. What the name of the organ I literally just named, the female reproductive organ. Uterus. Sorry. So you have the uterus. So all these things are named like basically the same. Uterus is different from ureter, which is different from urethra, which is different from ovaries, which I don't know, a lot of it sounds the same. Alright, but you're probably meant to be pro. I don't know, I'm not sure what that's referring to, but so yeah, so those were choices. The ovaries were furthest away from all the other choices, so that's where the tumor was less likely to spread to. And so but I was reading the question, but if you know the anatomy of the uterus, you know that the fallopian tubes connect the uterus to the ovaries. So even though the ovaries are furthest away, the fallopian tubes connect it. When like the bladder and all the other things, they aren't directly connected. So like if you have a tumor, I was thinking like they could just travel through the fallopian tubes and get to the ovaries because they're all like connected, but the bladder isn't connected to it. So like I said that the ureters were the least likely to be infected because they're like second furthest away basically. And he said it was wrong, and he said the ovaries are like least likely to get affected because they're the most furthest away, and you're not supposed to think about like if the cancer like metastasizes or whatever. So what I did, I was like, all right, I see that point, but what if it like metastasizes? He was like, no, you weren't supposed to think about it like that. So this is the part that gets me. I look it up online, like I go online and I look up where does uterine cancer spread, and I was right. So if you look up, it's called endometrial cancer, and if you get cancer in your uterus, where does it spread? And the first place it spreads is the ovaries. That's the very first place it spreads. And he's trying to tell me, we didn't teach you that, or like, like I see what you're saying, but what we meant by that question was where does it spread directly, like not if it gets attached from other things. Like you're like, like we hadn't gone that far yet, or blah 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 blah, like you misinterpreted it, and that things can happen that way, and we get it, and we're working on these questions, but I can't give you, he was like, I can't give you any points because then we have to give everybody points, which is bullshit, because like if you have a question that's clearly wrong, then it needs to be changed. So he basically came to the conclusion that if he had said if the tumor were to spread like directly, where would the tumor touch directly, then I wouldn't have a point, because then the question would say, all right, it can only touch the bladder, vagina, and uterus, because those were the closest things. But that's not how the question was worded. It would say which tissues would this be affected by, and it wasn't worded like the way that it should have been. And I strongly believe that if you ask a physician, like if you have endometrial cancer, what are the tissues that's most likely to be affected, he would probably say the ovarian, like the ovaries, because stage 1 and 2 are like stage 1 ovarian cancer, like the tumor is still stage 1 uterine cancer, the tumor is still in the uterus. Stage 2 uterine cancer is still in the uterus. Stage 3, it gets to the ovaries, and it doesn't even touch anything else until stage 4. So I was right. Like it just because the ovaries are furthest away doesn't mean that like cancer would be the last thing it would go to. It's actually the first thing it would go to. And my problem with that is, like, if you're gonna have questions that are based on real clinical cases, they need to actually reflect the clinical case, and not just it needs to be the same answer. You know what I mean? You can't just say, you should have answered this way because this is how we wanted you to answer. Like, if that's not how it happens in real life, then that shouldn't be the answer. Or you need to word it better. Like, and the fact that they wasn't trying to give me points, even though he admitted like the way it's worded isn't good enough, and like he hadn't thought about it yet, and he hadn't thought about that before. But like I'm certain if you ask that question to a physician, like he would tell you my answer was right. And if you look it up on Google, on any website, he would tell you cancer spreads to the ovaries before it gets to the bladder. It doesn't matter if it's too far away, whatever, for whatever reason it goes to the ovaries and not to the bladder first. And I said that, and it's supported by evidence, and it's supported by literature and what happens in the real world, and not just this anatomy class. And he wasn't trying to give me points for it. So that's basically what went down. We sat there and had a conversation. I spoke with like 2 professors about it. And the first one was like, I don't know. But the second guy I spoke to, he was at least willing to listen, and he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean, like we need to word this a little better. And he said, like, the next time we have this question on exam, we're gonna word it by saying, I already brought it up to 2 different professors at this point, and I feel like they all talk. So it's like, alright, even if I convince one, he's probably gonna be like, oh, have you heard this guy Ramses who like brought this really strong point? And they're like, yeah, we already told him here we're not gonna change. Like, just because I've already brought it up to 2 people, like, the only thing I would do now, he already said he wouldn't change it because you would have to change everybody's. So the only thing I would do is just like, because I already know I'm not gonna get the points, I'm just gonna email a real doctor and say, someone has, I'm gonna give them the exact same question that's on the exam and say, yeah, I did help someone in the future exam, but that's like it don't really affect me. Like what I want to do is I want to send an email to a real doctor asking the exact same question that was asked me on the exam, and when he replies with my answer and not theirs, I just want to send him the answer. I'm like, all right, you know what? I've already decided that I'm not going to be able to get the points because you said you have to change everybody's or whatever. But just know, like, I'm gonna forward him the email. Like, I asked a licensed gynecological oncologist the same question, and we had the same answer. So I'm just gonna leave it there. That's just and I'm gonna say, if you want to have an anatomy class, your answers should reflect real. I mean, if you want to ask clinical based questions like with cancer and like real diseases on an anatomy exam, the answers should reflect real and that, like, what happens in the office and like what happens in real life, and not just what you think would make sense. And here I have a doctor who supports my side, so I'll just leave it at that. And that's really what I want to do, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's a good point. They really wouldn't have to change everybody's. I just don't get it. He was saying, oh, you know, because in like previous assignments we didn't have you like talk about metastasis and like we didn't go over that or whatever. But my thing is, you're making like, if you want to just have a straight up anatomy question, just ask, you know, what's closest to the uterus, the bladder, the uterus, the blah blah blah. But if as soon as you make it a cancer question, then that means that like, as soon as you make it like a cancer question or have any type of disease, like, you should make it so that the answer reflects the real world disease, like what happens in the real world. Because what if I grow up to be a doctor and then like I remember this exam question, and then someone comes in to me with a tumor in their uterus, and then I say, all right, well, I remember my anatomy exam, and I remember they said that first it would spread to the bladder first, so I'm going to get rid of the bladder cancer and they'll be fine. And then I just don't even check the ovaries, because like, that's not what they taught me. Like, once you make it clinical based and like with real medical issues, it needs to actually be accurate. Like, the answers need to be accurate, not just like based off some anatomy, like the anatomy you teach, like, yeah, it's closer, but that's not what happens in the real world. Like, that's, so yeah. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna email a doctor with the exact same wording they have in the exam, and I'm gonna say, hey, a real doctor agreed with me, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave, like, do with it what you wish. If they had worded it better, then I wouldn't having a complaint. And the thing is, there were other questions on the exam that were worded better. There was another cancer question where someone had cancer in their lungs, and they said, all right, if the cancer in the lungs grows directly medially, it would hit what structure? And that's like good wording, because the only way, it's a better with pride. And like the lung cancer question, he asked, like, if the cancer grows medially, what does it hit first? And it's something called the sympathetic trunk, and there's no way to get that wrong, because like you're not asking about metastasis, you're asking if it goes in one direction, what organ would it hit? So you basically have to say what organ is right beside, what thing is right beside the lungs. There's no way to get that wrong. But when you just ask what organs are going to be affected, I mean what tissues are going to be affected, then they can like, all right, well, is it metastasizing? Like if it metastasizes, it can hit these things, this thing, this, like is not specific enough, and cancer spreads like crazy. So like it's just the question that they asked didn't reflect real world, what happens in the real world. So like it is no, like another person, I don't know what he got. I don't know what Dennis got. I know another dude in my class, his name is Quasi. He put the same thing as me, and I told him I was going to complain. He was like, yeah, make sure you do that, because like I might want to get mine to change too, because he also put the same thing that I got. I don't know. I feel like most students got it, like got the right answer. I don't know if you can see me putting up my quotation marks right answer, but I can see like a bunch of medical students, because I flagged, you can flag the question, I flagged it because I was like if I think about this sensibly, like it's the ovaries, and that is actually the real life answer. But if I think about it based on whatever's closest, okay, yeah, and I flagged it because like if I put what I think will actually happen, which is actually right, the ovaries, or I could put whatever's just like closest, which is probably what, I don't know. So I don't know. I can imagine a lot of students just didn't think about it as hard as I did, and so they probably was like, all right, so I'm just gonna choose whichever organ is furthest away. The ovary is furthest away, so it can't get hit by the cancer, even though that's not right. Like you're basically teaching students like the exact opposite of what happens, because actually the ovaries are the first to get hit, not the last, just because they're furthest away. So I think a lot of people got it right just because like they weren't thinking as deeply into it as I was. And he was telling me like, yeah, these questions, we use them like every year, and we have these statistics that tell us whether it's a good question or a bad question. And I'm like, I don't care, like because first of all, the question you're asking medical students, so what do medical students know? Like we're learning the information like as we go. So like what, like a good way to test if it's a good question is ask a real doctor. If you ask a real doctor, what is the answer to this question, and he gives an answer that's different from what the med school students are saying, then chances are the doctor has it right, not you. So I want to hear the answer from a real doctor. That's all I'm saying. Get a real doctor. I want to see the answer, because Google already got Google to agree with me. I just want to see if like a doctor like is willing to agree with me. That's all I want to know. Purchase parts for your ship. Alright, let me get back to this game real quick. But yeah, you can see how it's frustrating though, right? It's crazy, because once you come in with information that clearly supports you, and they're still not trying to change it. We're supposed to be scientists. These people are supposed to be PhDs. They're supposed to be working with like scientific, like the data is supposed to be what's right. And you can't just go based off of like, this is what I'm teaching, so like in the picture, all you could see in the picture was the tumor and like the bladder and the ureter and the vagina. And just because you can't see the ovaries in that picture doesn't mean that it's wrong. Like just because the ovaries are furthest away doesn't mean that it's not going to be affected. It's just dumb. So I'm just gonna ask a real doctor. I'm gonna forward him his response, and we'll see. We'll just and I'll just, you know, just keep it moving. So do you know any gynecological oncologists that I can hit up about this, about the answers to this question? Because I don't. I'm not even sure if gynecological oncologist like his own profession, his own like specialty. It might just be like gynecologists like who also deal in cancer, or it could just be like oncologists who also deal in gynecology. I don't know. I'm about to die though. I thought the die comment was... Oh, no. But yeah, so obviously that's been on my mind, like ever, like all day. But besides that, yoga was really nice. It was relaxing. It was kind of hard, because like a lot of the poses I felt really off balance. Like I was gonna fall over. Also kind of nervous because like it's mostly a girl thing. I told somebody, I was like, oh, I signed up for yoga, and they're like, oh, you just wanna, I don't know, it's kind of like a girly thing, but I don't know. I was comfortable. I was cool. I spoke with Dr. Cosby, who was like the leader of the prep program. She's like the diversity, like black woman who handles all the diversity stuff in the school. And I spoke with her about like how sometimes I feel lonely and me not wanting to make friends and stuff. And apparently she used to work in therapy, so like she used to be a therapist, and she used to provide therapy for medical students who were like stressing out and stuff. So she spoke to me about that, and she was like, yeah, just be happy with who you are, and you don't have to force yourself to do all that stuff. A lot of stuff you said, actually.
Oh, cool. No, but I want to take a look at the big city.
Yeah, it does seem pretty exciting.
I feel so metropolitan. Cosmopolitan?
Cosmo.
Ooh. I gotta tell Riku what a blast this place is.
He's
We
going
just
across
got
the
here.
bridge.
We haven't even done anything yet.
Yeah.
The Heartless.
Come on.
I love that Keyblade. It's literally just like looks like a toy.
Go. Are you okay? What in... Go.
Definitely.
Baymax!
Go-Go's suit has shielded her from a major injury, but the blow she sustained to her head has caused a mild concussion. We should take caution and not move her until we can fully stabilize her head.
Got it. Oh, cool! That's a robot!
Hello. I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion.
Oh! Wow! Cool! This rules!
Sora, remember our other problem?
Whoops! Oh, yeah!
Hey! Who are you?
Oh, I'm Sora.
And I'm Goofy.
Name's Hero. You mind helping us fight those things?
Huh?
Our team's called Big Hero 6.
Sure.
That is the goal, would be like Baymax. Yeah, talking to her was really empowering, you know, saying, you know, just be yourself and it's okay. And it was a lot, but I left feeling empowered, and that's the important thing.
Don't let him get the drop on you, Sora.
Hop on!
It's a drop on
Sora, go from car to car.
Oh, that's cool. Oh crap. That's pretty cool. Oh crap. Where you going?
Here we go! Come on!
Oh crap.
He tried to crush us!
You may reduce the risk of injury by seeking cover.
Oh crap, you didn't eat my alive. That did a ton of damage. His armor now? Oh crap. That's cool. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, that's so cool. I love just floating around and shooting stuff. It's so cool.
Here we go.
Oh crap. Damn it.
Back off. So long.
Like my honey blaster. Oh, I want to finish him off.
Not cool.
People like spectacle, not truth.
Yeah, who needs quality reporting when you can just make stuff up?
I don't get it. I mean, didn't they see how awesome we were? Sure, those things landed a couple of good hits, but we had chem balls and laser hands and fire breathing!
Well, it really didn't matter. They beat us.
Where'd they come from?
Well, why don't we ask the guys who actually stopped them?
Hiro, you never introduced us.
Oh, right. Well, this is the gang. That's Go-Go. He's Wasabi.
How you doing?
And that's Honey Lemon.
Hello there.
What? I'm Fred. Don't be alarmed. This is not my real body.
Good. For a second, I thought this was a monster.
I thought this was the one.
Those three are Sora, Donald, and Goofy. The,
Keyblade Hero 3!
I am detecting minute contractions in your faces and shoulders, perhaps due to the garage's brisk temperature. To remedy that, I will give each of you a hug and warm you with my internal heat source.
When would you say what?
Keyblade Hero
Sora,
3.
you know Donald and I don't have keyblades.
So, are we heroes or aren't we?
The monsters. Tell us how you managed to take them down.
They're called the Heartless, and they're drawn to the darkness inside people's hearts.
Ooh, now we're talking. Light versus darkness. Classic conflict.
Would you calm down, Fred? This is serious.
Very serious. We don't have any way to fight them.
Wait, so we're just gonna give up?
With our current skill set, my analysis places our chances at 0.0000.
yep, we get it, Baymax.
Oh.
Hey, don't sweat it. The three of us will go take care of the Heartless for you. Right? Donald? Goofy?
Wait. We're going to.
It's okay, we got it.
We have to help. My brother would have.
Yeah.
Oh.
Great, but don't we need a plan?
We train up. When heroes are brought low, they get new powers. It's Shugyo time.
Did you read that in Geeks Quarterly?
Fred's actually not wrong. I may have an idea.
AR device?
Yeah. Cool, huh? It creates a CG overlay that augments your vision. While you wear it, this device sees everything you do and logs it.
Huh.
You put it on your face.
Whoa.
Heartless! Donald! Goofy!
Are you okay?
There's no Heartless here.
Huh? But,
Whoa, chill, Sora. Just take the AR device off.
Huh? Huh? Oh. Oh. Wow! I have no idea how you're doing it, but this is cool.
Thanks. But so far the map data only covers San Francisco. I need to expand it.
Now can we Shugyo?
Not yet, Fred.
Shugyo?
He's still learning.
Sora, all you need to do is run through some courses that Hero scripted. Like a minigame.
We'll put a tracer on your movements so we can...
Shugyo! Shugyo! Shugyo!
So we can Shugyo.
I guess Shugyo's like training. That's a good idea. We could probably use the practice.
Speak for yourself.
I can Shugyo by installing new combat data.
Huh?
Hey,
Huh?
let's just try it out.
Are you still there?
Your moves are very impressive.
Shout when you're ready, Sora.
Let me know if you're still there. I'm gonna get off if you don't reply.
Better put this in...
You still there? Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, Natalie, that's been my day. That's been my life. I'm trying to try out these new keyblades. Yep. Yeah, I mean, my life, I got nothing to complain about. My main worry is school, and that's really the best. Like now that I've been through St. Ignatius and been through some rough times, some more rough times, I realized like having your worst issue be grades, that's actually like a really good life to live. Like I mean, like really, like it's stressful getting through all this stuff, but I'd rather be like struggling to get like grades than struggling to have money to, you know, pay rent, you know what I mean? And like really not wanting to show up to work and I might legit do this one. Apparently I can install this ability to stop leveling up, probably make the game like 10 times harder, but no, I feel like it wouldn't make it fun either. Yep. Not God enough as it is. Hey, this game is so easy, okay? Disable recharging when the MP runs out. No, you know I'll just be playing. I won't be taking it serious when I'll be dying. Damn, I can basically... I basically literally equipped every single ability that I possibly could.
The mail. I wonder what it's good for.
I can't jump in here and test it out. Yeah, yeah, it's hard work, but
Don't forget to mail that off.
Alright, there's no mailbox. What are you talking about? But it's still a nice life to live, you know.
Flash Tracer is set up out in the city. You ready to go?
You quit me. But I don't know. I've been living pretty nice. I have a consistent schedule. I go to sleep at 10, wake up at 6. Hopefully that'll give me more energy. I feel like from now on I'll be more comfortable like with not talking to people since my impromptu therapy session ago. Anything's been looking up.
Okay, guys. Go through the rings and head for the goal. Okay.
What is
I'll be
this?
here to help you out remotely. Let's start with the rings right in front of you. Head towards the indicator on your AR device.
I don't know
Try
what
to
any
stay
of
on
these
course.
talking
If you start to veer off, you'll know. I have a virtual boundary.
about. Whoa. Oh crap. Oh, I'm supposed to be over here. Ah, damn it.
Back off!
Boom.
Yeah! Yeah!
Head towards the indicator on your AR device.
What is this?
You gotta keep up, Sora.
Go side to side and go through the ring.
How?
You got this.
Oh, okay. Triangle. Oh crap, I missed those. How am I supposed to be able to get all these? Sheesh.
This is awesome!
Oh crap. Almost fell off the building.
Come on, can't we do this on the ground?
Oh my gosh.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
Handle it. Just improvise.
What is he having us do? What is he having me do? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have anybody that's super negative in my life trying to bring me down either. So, I guess that's really the main thing.
Climb up the side of that building. And watch out for enemy fire.
Enemy fire. Oh, crap.
Don't you just love chemistry?
Don't you just love chemistry? You taking it? What is this? Oh crap!
Sora, time to fly. Go full superhero.
What the heck? Why didn't I not just fly? Chemistry. Who's your chemistry professor? Right, there we go, I did it. I thought I was supposed to just leap over there. Oh crap. Dr. Dr. Perks? That's so funny. He's an Oracle professor. Oh, wow. Dang. Why they got him teaching Jin Kim now? I think they demoted him or something?
You are near the goal.
I can imagine that being hard as hell. The way he was making them Oracle exam questions. Yo. I would not want him as... Sheesh. I'm just being honest. Dang. You got my Oracle 1 professor as a... Oh my gosh. I can just imagine that being a whole mess. You're all high and mighty. He's on my Temple T. That's one of the professors that I stopped by. I wonder if you knew that he was the... Well, then again, you didn't come into the room to actually see him. Yeah, the way he was writing them exams in the title, you better watch out. You better watch. He's the king of, we're not doing this to trick you. And then you get the exam and it's all tricks. He's the king of that kind of stuff.
Interesting. Gravity. Not binding.
Hey, wait! My laser hands can be projectiles!
Oh no, it may not be so easy. Whoa. They ain't learning from me.
Ooh. Change the weapon. Change the attack.
Freeze attack! Fire and ice! Diametrically opposed! Or so we thought!
Dang, he about to be that dude from, Me Headaway.
Oh? Thanks, Dora. That should be enough data. And I think you sparked some new ideas.
Yeah, Hero. I think there's a way to fight this.
Midoriya? No, the dude who has fire and ice. Is that Midoriya? I thought Midoriya was the protagonist. Yeah, Midoriya is the protagonist. The fire and ice guy. Shoto Todoroki. That's the name. That's the dude I was talking about. Yeah, that's cool. Messages stopped working. What you do to the messages? Dang, he about to update Baymax. This probably what's gonna be in the next Big Hero 6
should
movie.
do it.
We interrupt your scheduled program to deliver this breaking news. Moments ago, the city's South District was attacked by numerous unidentified creatures. Witnesses described losing sight of victims during the mayhem. Many also said they saw strange floating heart symbols in the vicinity of the missing victims. City police are urging citizens to stay at home. For those just joining us, only minutes ago, the South District was attacked by...
Go time!
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed anyway. It's starting to get that time. I did want to test out these keyblades, but next time. I gotta wake up at 6 tomorrow. No, good night. Oops. No, I didn't see the people who went.